welcome. My name is Adam. Today's flight, we are flying from the Bahamas, continuing our run from yesterday when we did a cargo run and we landed here. We are continuing along. Now, it's the next day, so it's early morning in the Bahamas, and we're going to be taking the rest of our cargo. We've got 100 pounds of cargo to deliver today, with the fuel that we've had from the very beginning of Miami. And we'll be going along about 2 or 3 airports today. So here we are again for another flight. Chat. Let's have a chat. We're flying in the Bahamas today. We are taking off from, what airport is it again? MYAN, which is Nicholastown, North Andros. And we're flying to Chub Cay. That's where we're going. So we got our flight plan. We are in the, where is it? Here's where we are, and it's about 3 or 4 in the morning in the Bahamas. So it's still nighttime almost, but the sun comes up in a couple of hours, so we're definitely gonna see it. Definitely. And we're in the 500s Aero Commander. I wanted a plane that could land at all the airstrips that I've got planned, because there's about 9 stops total from when we took off from Miami to when we fly back to Miami. And I wanted a plane that could land at every air stop, but not only that, that was fast enough or not slow enough where we could also enjoy the scenery, you know, because the Bahamas is quite beautiful, and I wanted to enjoy the scenery. Now, the scenery itself is freeware. You can totally grab it. It's on AvSim. Just type in Bahamas scenery, and it'll come up, and it'll say something like Bahamas scenery beta 2, and it's freeware. It's okay. Now, the version I have is the current version, but I've also somehow, the developer said that I've got other scenery items in my sim that he hasn't put in, so I guess that's why where we are isn't I said to put me on a gate, and it's put me, I mean, you can't really see it, but there's a building here, and I'm surrounded by buildings basically. So all these buildings here are not supposed to be here. These are somebody else's. I don't know how they got in here, to be honest. I haven't installed any other Bahamas scenery other than this, but they're here nonetheless. So, and so are we. So yeah, it is really gorgeous, and when the sun comes up, oh my life, it's even better. Which we're not far off the sunrise, to be honest. By the time we're airborne, I reckon the sun will be on the horizon for us. But today's flights, I'm hoping to get through about 3 flights. So we're heading from this one to Chub Cay, as I said before, and then we'll be going on to MYGF, which is MYGF. Where is that gone? Oh yeah, Freeport. That's it, Freeport, which is the Grand Bahama International Airport. And then from there we go on to MYGM, which is High Rock, Grand Bahama, and then MYNN, which is our last stop before we head back to Miami now. But I'm under no illusions that we're actually going to make it to that one. So now the whole time I've been lugging cargo along the route. So I've had 10 crates, 15 boxes, and 5 sacks to transport to the various airports. So I took off with a few of them, and then we picked up a few, we dropped them off, we picked up some more, took them to the next airport, and vice versa. And I've sort of categorized the weight. So a crate weighs 200 pounds, a box weighs 50 pounds, and a sack weighs 100 pounds. The boxes are only tiny little cardboard ones, and it's basically, I'm flying cargo all around the Bahamas, and it's just for me a little fun way to track all the weights and everything, you know, for the plane, just to make it a bit more realistic, I guess. But that's that. So we need to get in. So our plane here is it's been sat here since yesterday. So we pulled up. We actually put it in the hangar last night. Yesterday, sorry, during the day. So I don't know who's moved it, but somebody's put it here now, and we better get in. Do you know what? First off, although I can't really see to do it, there's no point, I suppose, but we have to, is our visual inspection of the aircraft, just to make sure everything is a-okay. There's no point getting in a plane and then realizing it's broken midair. So yeah, visual inspection. Cargo door, man, we gotta shut that. We forgot to shut it one time on the last flight, and we flew open with the cargo and spilled out everywhere. So right, that's that. We can get inside the plane now. So I'm gonna put the light on. There's a light that just goes on regardless of what power you've got set. That's not it. Gotta find it here. Cabin light, nope. It's around here. It's around here somewhere. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Right, so all the static elements, the pitot covers, the site props and the chocks can be removed. The baggage door can be shut, definitely. And so can that pilot door. Make sure all of them are shut. There we go. That's sorted. So, a bit of trouble yesterday trying to start these engines from fresh. I had to even get help to try and do it, and they couldn't help, and it was a real pain. But I found out the way to do it. So now, using the Aero Shrike 500s Aero Commander checklist, there is a exterior inspection that needs to be done, which we've already done, and then we can get cracking on the before start engine checklists, which is exterior inspection completed, check. Cabin doors locked and closed, check. Internal controls lock removed and stowed, yes, it has been. And the flight controls have freedom of movement, yes, they have. So I'm just going to remove the flight controls from view now. Landing gear safety lock is locked and on. It comes up, check. Battery external power switch, if we need it. So we can switch the battery to external if we want. And then the generators, make sure they're off, which they are. Okay. So we have APU power, static source selector to normal. I still haven't discovered what this is. I don't think it is a crucial point of the checklist, but I still haven't been able to find that one. Or hydraulic, sorry, not hydraulic pressure. There was another one, push to test indicators. I think push to test indicators, there's a button down here that says push to test, but it doesn't have any response in the sim when I do it, so I think it's just one of them checklists to do for fun rather than actually for serious. Parking brake is set, check. Fuel quantity, we have no readings yet because we have no power in the sim. We're just running off battery. Landing gear lights are safe, which we won't know until we start our battery. So let's start up the battery. Turn it on. There we go, and now we should have power. So we got landing lights safe, and we can check our fuel. And we better be quick because if that battery drains, we are screwed. So yes, we've got plenty of fuel there for the journey, no problems. Wing flaps up, trim is set. Trim's all the way down here on this gauge there. It's very strange, but then the actual controls for the trim are way up here, so it's a very inconvenient way they've laid it all out, you know. Fuel hydraulic emergency shut-off switch to normal, which are these two levers here, and the down position, or the off, is the normal position. And that is it. That's the pre-flight. Now we can start the engine. So we want to make sure the propeller pitch control is all the way forward. Now that's these. Let me get a little bit closer so we can see it. It's these two controls here, which are already all the way forward. So it's that one, and it's that one. I miss the days of having them already mapped off to my thingy, and you hover on it and it'll tell you how much percentage that they are fully forward. Mixture control cut off to idle, so yep, both of them are cut. And then the alternate air control is normal. Oh, hang on. Sorry, these are the alternate air control. The down position to the off is normal. The fuel hydraulic emergency shutoff switches are these two things here, and they have to be to the normal position or the open position. Sorry. Throttle lever 1/8 open, cracked open basically, and then the fuel shutoff switches are open, which exactly is what these are. We've done that, and then we can turn the fuel pump on. So we're going to turn the one side on first, and then what we do is we have to. It doesn't really explain this in the manual very well, but we come down here, and this is our left engine fuel gauge. And so here, there's no fuel flowing at the moment until we open up the mixture. And we want to open up the mixture until it reads between 20 to 30 on the fuel gauge. So now fuel is flowing into the engine. Boom, that's that done. We can now start our engine and it will start. So mixture control, although it does say full rich, so I'm guessing, yeah, I mean you might as well full rich it, I guess, but it will go up above anyway. And then an engine ignition start, so we dial that to start and wait for it to start, which it should do. Oh, hello, it's not starting. We have problems in paradise. Right, well, maybe the generators need to go on in preparation. Oh, that switch, sorry, that's what it was. Generators, turn them off. They go on after the engine starts. This is that switch, fuel selector, sorry. So if we do this now, it should work. Back to off. Left and start. There we go. Now we're cooking. And that defaults back to both once it's started, which it asks you to do anyway. So, right, static source selector to normal, which I don't know what that one is. Static source selector. Again, maybe this one, but that goes back down straight away. I don't know. Static source selector. We're going to put on our lights actually, so people know that we are in here. Avionics on. Them two, I don't know what they are, but an engine has started, so we can turn that generator on and put the fuel pump boost in, mixture on, get that second engine going. That turned on, and here we go. Start that engine. Rev that sucker. Oh yeah. Right, so that's that done. That's now gone to that. So the other generator can come on. And the battery can go off, and that will preserve our battery power. And yeah, avionics is on. We got everything on except landing lights, which is fine. I don't know what's wrong with that. I guess you have to have the battery on, because otherwise you don't get any of your avionics. Mate, I guess you keep the battery on then. I mean, it doesn't tell you to turn it off, to be fair, so that's true. Right, so once the both engines have started, we have to check the oil pressure and just to make sure it's functioning as normal. So, oil pressure, we got the temperature is fine. Oil pressure here is in the green, the temperature is fine. Want to rev it up. Red line it to make sure nothing is going wrong, and bring it back down to like 1,000. So that's fine, that's all cool. Everything is good to go there. Once we've done that, we can momentarily switch off the fuel pumps just to check the operation of the engine-driven fuel pump. So just to see if it does kick back in once we turn it off. Turned off, and kick it back in, and then it should still be flowing down here, which it is. So that's cool, that's working, because if your fuel pump stops working, nothing's pumping into the engine. So generators can go on, which we've already done. Hydraulic pressure needs to be between 900 to 1000 psi. So hydraulic pressure, which we've got, yes, we've got that just over 1000, so we can drop that down a bit actually. And that's it really. Now it does have a cold start engine for if you're below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can see if you're below 40 degrees by having a look at the temperature gauge here, which I think we're actually fine. Our temperature gauge here is reading 85 Fahrenheit, 30 degrees, sorry, 35 degrees Celsius, so we're definitely not starting from cold, but if we were, there's a complete checklist there to run through as well, if we were, so that's pretty cool. There's also a clearing the engine checklist. So if you're clearing an engine of excess fuel which has created an engine flooding condition, this may be accomplished by the following procedure. So if you can't start your engine because you flooded it, you can go through that checklist. Then there's the engine run-up procedure, which I've already done, and that's basically open up your throttle to 1500 RPM after engine temperature have obtained operating limits, and then put the propeller pitch control into full feathering, which they already are. Allow, sorry, they're not actually. What am I doing? I haven't done that. Full feathered, so do that, and that up to 1500. Allow engine RPM to drop to 1000. So actually we should have put that up first. Hang on, let's drop that. Put the feathers back up. Full feather. Right, so 1500 RPM. Feather off completely. And then allow it to drop to 1000. No lower on the engine tachometer. Advance the propeller pitch to full forward position, and then repeat 3 or 4 times on colder engines. This is to warm them up, so we only need to do that one. So full forward. I mean, it's the Bahamas, these engines are going to be warm anyway. Mixture control to full rich and engine set to 2000. Check magnetos individually. Normal engine RPM drop is 100. Maximum engine RPM drop is 125. The difference in magneto performance when operated separately should not exceed 50 RPM. Apply alternate air heat for 5 seconds and note the drop. Again, don't need to do that, to be honest. The aircraft will, in warm climates, that's just for if you were nervous. So we need to now, we've done our engine, we need to get our clearance, to be honest. So we're going to request IFR clearance. Right, roger on that. 30 minutes till we have to take off. Right, so now we tune into the traffic, and we just announce clear to the taxi. Right, so, oh dear, drop that. Right, so now we're going to leg it. We're going to do a runway leg it. So what runway are we departing from? So We are taking off from, where are we? MYAN. MYAN. And our runway is 30. Runway 30. So we want to set our heading course to 030. And we are heading straight to the runway of 290 at MYBC. So we'll just set that straight away to 290. And that will give us a course. And we're just going to check with our GPS because our heading that we need to do once we take off will be, I mean, pretty much straight away. We'll just go for 50. It's pretty much straight ahead though. So 050.
You sales out! It's all bullshit! All of it!
So let's get out of here. So turn around, get this, I know this is not exactly realistic here, but I don't know who's put us here and around here, but that's just a bit silly really. Someone's put us in a mental place. I don't even know where the runway is from here. I'm gonna go that way. Do you know what? Everybody close your eyes, okay? Just close your eyes. I'm gonna have to go through a building. Okay, there we go. I don't know who put me there, but the runway's over here. Just where them lights are. It's all a bit silly, whoever put me there. Right, so here we go. There's the runway. We can turn onto it. We want to select a runway for takeoff, which is runway 30. We're announcing our taxi. We are on the runway now. So we just line up here. Even though, hang on, this is in runway 30. Runway 30 runs another way. What? Is there another runway? Do you know what? We'll just take off from this one. I seriously, it must be runway 12 then, 120.
Wrong.
What the? Oh, no, it is runway 30. Runway 300, sorry. My bad. Whoops. Right, okay. So runway 30. And we are departing to the west. So we're going to take off in a second. So flaps set. Taxi landing lights on. We need to put these on. All the other lights are on. Flight instruments are normal. Mixture controls is full rich. High RPM. Fuel pump switch is on. Gyros are checked and set. We don't need cowl flaps. Although I don't know, it's 35. It's almost 35 degrees outside. Maybe we should. Cowl flaps. We might need to cool them engines down. So let's. We'll use our cowl flaps. Cool that engine. %. What's that one? 70. 100%. Right. So that's checked. Wind flaps. We've set them. The flaps. Unlock the gear. So where is it? Unlocked. Does it say unlocked? Is it unlocked? Check. Throttle forward and fuel flow determined, and we can take off. Right. Okay. So let's turn our master autopilot on now. So we literally heading can just be dialed in when we take off. That's on. We are ready to go. Right, departing from the west. Here we go. Here we go. Rock and roll. Oh, keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. Whoa. Dude, whoa, whoa, whoa! Mate, taking off in this plane is a nightmare. Honestly, I can't keep it straight. Right, take off. Full up. There we go. Right. Autopilot on. Heading on. Pitch control. Bit high, that much, bit much, that. There we go, that's that. Pitch it up. Why is it dropping? Autopilot on, heading on. Pitch is on, that's cool. Right, that's that done. Tune into NASA Center, contact NASA, tell them we're having a great time. And let's turn to, what did I say, 050. 050. Oh, hang on, he's already doing it. Turn right, 345. Okay. Oh, he's giving us a runway as well. Now it's 015. Runway 110. Well, he's given us a different one then. 110. Right, our altitude is 2500, so we need to calm that down and hold altitude now. Right, so that's it. We are at altitude 110. He said it's only a short flight, this one. 110, and we are at cruise level now, so we can bring that throttle back. Cruise is, yeah, cruise power. Put that down. Oh gosh, landing gear up. We never did that. You know, it always does that. Flaps up. Turn left heading 345. Let's make his mind up. Whoa, left, not right. 345. Fuel pumps come off. We're at cruise now. Flaps up, wings up. Best climb power, done that. Cowl flaps can now be closed. We are set for cruise power. $2,500, right, there we go. Now he said expect visual vectors here. Oh, where's he guys going? Oh, he's got us lined up with that runway first. So our runway, hang on, he's put us on one. Oh, do you know what? He's done it again, 110, hasn't he? Last time this dude put us on a course we couldn't actually, we had to go, so our runway is that way, so we have to go quite far up and out. Hey, he's just got us, it's a bellyache what he's doing to us, isn't it? Right, so that's cruise done, best power, mixture control, we don't need to because we're only at 2,500. Fuel boost bumpers off, and that's it till we land. Coffee time.
Turn right heading 090, right to the Oscar.
090, check. Bit windy. We might have to get involved here with the flight because The wind. It might be too.
Mike India Oscar, descend and maintain through top.
2,000 degrees. Check.
Mike India Oscar.
So now if we're going down to 2,000, we'll put the fuel pumps on. Descending checklist. Fuel pumps on, mixture rich, landing gear, lock, unlocks. Yeah, I am, dude. Chill out, mate. Gosh, this guy's...
Airport is at your 1 o'clock. 11 miles. Turn right heading 110. Descend and maintain through top. Report runway in sight. Turn right heading 110. Descend and maintain 2,000. Mike India Oscar.
Alright, so we're at 2,000 now. Check. Hold that. So it's at our 1 o'clock, the airport is. Is that the runway I see there? That is indeed. I think it is. Yep, runway in sight. Check.
Mike India Oscar has the runway in sight. Mike India Oscar, you are 9 miles west. Climb and maintain through top. Cleared visual. Runway 11 approach. Switch to advisory on 122.8. Climb and maintain 2,000. Cleared visual. Runway 11 approach. Advisory on 122.8. Mike India Oscar.
Alright, so tune into traffic now. Now it's position.
Bravo Charlie to traffic. Victor Hotel. Mike India Oscar. 8 miles.
So we're coming in for landing now.
Runway 11.
Fuel pump switch on, landing gear. We might as well put the landing gear down. Give me a first stage of flaps. And let's begin our descent. We want to start at 500, I think. Hey, we got landing lights this time, mate. Nice one. We're on final now.
Bravo Charlie.
In fact, let's just have it off. I've got control of the plane.
Runway 11 to land.
Final approach. Flaps as desired. We probably will need flaps, to be honest. And yeah, we just reduce power really. This is a nighttime landing here. Possible because I've got my instrument rating license. Okay. We're on the ball. We're on the bobby ball. We're coming in. We're descending at a nice rate. We'll have another stage of flaps and let's line up appropriately. "1,000 feet, check. I see the landing lights in the thingy, so landing lights on. Check. I can just make out the ocean there for us. We're a bit high, so let's put our flaps down and descend a bit more rapidly, because we are a tad bit high, I feel. I don't feel like we're getting that reduction of height that we should. Okay, 500 feet. Final approach now. $400. We're still not centered. There we go. Right. Here we go. We're coming in. Hey. Here we go. Right, final stage of flaps now. And we just sink it on the runway. Quick. Pull up. Flare. Mate, we're going to do a missed approach here if we're not careful. Land it! Dude, what's going on? Land! There we go. Brakes. Brakes. Stop, 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 stop. Mate. Oh, gosh. We're off the runway. I don't know where we're going. Mate, where's the airport? Is there any airport here? Turn around. I don't think there's an airport here, you know. Do you know what? We've only got £100 to unload. So I think... let's get back on the runway. No one's going to be landing here soon, are they? So... right. Here we are. Let's parking brake set. Let's rejig our heading bug. For runway 290. Right, after landing checklist complete. Flaps up. Fuel boost pump switches off. Landing gear locked. And we can complete this flight. Be interesting on that landing rating. What do we get? -179. Oh well, guys. Better luck next time.